Half empty cup of some Hennessy. Wonder what's gonna be the death of me. Whenever it comes, fucking let it be. Tonight, bet let's role play as enemies.
And today we're watching fans expose Breakfast Club hosts after terrible interview with Neon. I wouldn't say that I'm much of a Neon fan, to be honest. However, he used to get a lot of backlash because of the things that he would do. He's been out of the bad limelight lately, and I feel like he's kind of turned over a leaf, if you ask me. But anyway, let's get to it.
The Breakfast Club is currently getting a lot of backlash and hate for how they conducted themselves during the Neon interview. So in this video, we'll be reviewing everything, exactly what the Breakfast Club asked Neon that's getting backlash, and if they cross the line with this Neon interview. My biggest takeaway from this interview, and what I would say represents them the worst, is how unprepared they were. It felt like they were strictly bringing on Neon for clout. Like, it didn't even feel like they were really interested in him. They were really interested in his work. They had any type of general, basic, minimum interest in this kid. It felt like they had zero. It felt like this kid was somebody they were purely bringing in because this kid gets attention. It's media and everybody do that to a point, but it looks horrible on you when the fan could tell. Like, when I could watch the interview and tell, yeah, they didn't do any research for this interview. When Neon could tell y'all didn't do any research on him. It felt like they watched a couple of TikTok clips earlier that day, and that was their entire research for this interview. And that was pretty apparent from the questions they asked him. Like, if you knew floor level information about this dude lore, you wouldn't have asked him certain things. Like, they asked Neon, did he ever apologize to Kai Cenat's mom?
Have you publicly apologized to Kai?
Yeah, probably 4 times. And I also DM'd him too.
Have you publicly apologized to Kai's mother?
Yes.
The reason why that question is so telling of the floor level research they did for this interview was because in the same breath, Charlemagne asked Neon about a clip he saw on TikTok with him and Ray, where Ray is pressing Neon for saying certain things about Kai and his mom.
Is that why Kai's man Ray wanted to fuck you up?
Well, I don't think he wants to box me. And
I saw. What was it? Was that Screamer University when y'all ran into each other?
No, I didn't get invited to Screamer University.
Screamer Prom.
Prom, yeah.
If he would have just simply watched the full clip that he's referencing through, he would have seen in that clip Neon tells Ray, "I've apologized 4 to 5 times to Kai already. This happened 3 to 4 years ago. If Kai was in front of me right now, I would apologize again. I'm sorry about that, man. Like, I would never have done that right now."
We got a 1v1, bro. Nah, relax. What? You gotta say sorry to KC. That's that. Alright, bro, let's just say so up. You got to bang your knees, guys. Brother, I've apologized to him 5 times. I DM'd him. I said it was street 5. You know why I did that? What? Because that shit is so bad. He don't even want to say that. I understand. That shit was so bad. It was like...
I don't even know what he said to Kai's mom. What the hell? Neon was wilding out a while ago. He was wilding out like one of those kids that would get beat up and bullied, but they'll still mess with you or mess with somebody and just say outlandish shit. But no one really wanted to pick on him because he was such an easy target to pick on. That was kind of the scenario with Neon. But like I said, I feel like he's changing. I hope he's changing. Shit.
4 years ago, and I'm a lot different now. And obviously, every time, bro, if he was in front of me, if you were Kai, I would apologize right away. Because back then, I used to... That's not the guy I am now, bro. It's not. It's all good, bro. I'm changing, bro. Okay, if you're the 1v1, let's run it.
When DJ Envy asked Neon, has anyone ever put hands on him? It's as if these people showed up with zero knowledge of who they were interviewing. If you even did the floor line research, I'm not even talking about you do a deep dive to Wikipedia. No, I'm talking about you do floor line research. You type Neon into YouTube or TikTok and see what pops up. You would have gotten the answer to that question before you even asked it.
I tried to have that shock factor, and I was being an idiot at home, but it wasn't.
Nobody ever put hands on you, pull up to your crib, or nothing like that?
I got jumped on stream.
Neon getting slapped by Fusi was probably one of the biggest moments, if not the biggest moment in Neon's career so far. That clip, I believe, had over 100 million impressions. Yo, you type in Neon's name or Neon drama or Neon whatever into whatever search engine you have, this particular clip is supposed to pop up. Or we can even go beyond this. When Neon and Jack Doherty got into it, and Jack Doherty and his homeboys ran up on Neon, and they literally swung on Neon. Bro, those are things that are floor line research. It's supposed to come up. those are not things that you're supposed to go digging for. If you wanted to BS this interview and you search his name into search engines, those incidences will pop up. But it feels as if they came into this with whatever TikTok knowledge they think they had and just asked, yo, this is like going to like a...
Sorry ass. Jack wasn't really trying to hit him, bro. Jack wasn't really trying to get him. His friend looked like he might have been trying to get him, but those punches, boy. Them punches, boy.
And just...
Hold up. My bad, y'all. But we locking in right quick. We about to see what he did. Look at this man right here. We about to see what happened. Oh. Weak. What are you doing?
Yo,
how you miss it? You fucking suck.
Going to like...
Nah, bro. That's crazy. And then his bodyguard, I'm not gonna lie, this bodyguard always on go. Like, non-stop on go. He should have punched Jack Doherty in the face. Like, honestly, like, he's trying to attack the person that you're paid to protect. You should have just punched him in the mouth. He would have been on the floor right here. Other dude, you go get other dude. You know what I'm saying?
Andrew Schultz interview. And this is why Andrew Schultz got really mad at Steiny. Steiny asked Andrew Schultz, have you ever been heckled before? If you knew anything, 1% about Andrew Schultz, you would know that's his whole shtick. He gets heckled and does amazing crowd work. People watching recognize that, and they called it out, that they were unprepared and didn't know what they were talking about. And that's what made the other things much worse. You see, I didn't have a real issue with the questions they asked Neon, because I understand when you come to do interviews, you have to discuss your life or the things you do. And, you know, majority of the time, the interview is going to be about things that are unfavorable to you. So I don't really have a problem with the questions they asked Neon. However, the questions came across as badgering because they were so unprepared, right? Like, you can't pair up, I'm unprepared, I don't know nothing about you or what's going on, but then I'm going to proceed to ask you nothing but unfavorable questions about you and drama that makes you look terrible. It's kind of like, okay, so if you didn't really care about my life, then why am I here? Just for you to ask me about drama?
Any further with this conversation. Somebody brought this to my attention a little while ago, like about a couple hours ago. Mm-hmm. What's the beef with you and my guy Kai Sinat? Because, you know, I'm Team Kai. I'm
Team Kai, too.
I'm
Shout
part
out
of
to
the
Kai.
Mafia.
You're part of the Mafia?
Yes.
You're a sub on Twitch?
I don't even know what that is.
He don't even know what that means.
Oh.
If he had Twitch, he would.
He's not.
I don't know.
Shout out
That's what we know.
Kai
Shout
just
out to
said
Kai.
I'm part of the Mafia.
Shout out to Kai. So a few years ago,
okay.
Me and Kai had a little back and forth. So he said like something little, and I think at the time it pissed me off. And then
what did he say?
Well, I don't really remember the exact details. This is years ago. I got short-term memory loss. But and then I said something back.
What'd you say?
I'm not gonna repeat it. You know, I don't want to repeat it because it was messed up, and I would never say anything like that again.
Do we know what he said? Anybody know?
He said it about his mom.
What?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Say what he said, Jay.
You said that you would his mom and that she's a fat Harriet Tubman.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So not only do you
I didn't know he said that. I didn't know he said it. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Kai, I'm sure after that, Kai would never want to talk to you ever again. Like, he probably wouldn't even acknowledge you exist if you were in front of him. It's pretty fucked up.
You disrespect Kai's mother, you disrespected Harriet Tubman?
Yeah, because like I said at the time, it wasn't really a thing where I just did what came to mind. Like, I was just like the shock factor. Like, I wasn't thinking. Obviously, now that I'm in the real world, now I'm going out and experiencing stuff. That's not something okay to say at all.
How old were you at the time?
I don't know. This was. Does anyone have that? How old was I?
You're 20 now.
You're
so.
20. So
this was
before COVID, during COVID.
I have no problem with them asking that question. I feel like that was a fair question. Now, would I have stopped at the first time I asked? Yes. Would I have kept going? Probably not, because they re-asked the same question about like 5 or 6 times.
And he did not want to talk about that.
Now,
shit.
what I did have a problem with, though, is Charlamagne the God telling Neon that there was still like a possibility that they wouldn't have interviewed him, or that he did something so terrible that they wouldn't have talked to him, or they would have kicked him out if they really wanted to be jerks, because what he did was that bad. As if the Breakfast Club don't interview rappers who literally diss and smoke on dead 14-year-olds. As if you didn't interview Gucci Mane. Yo, whatever Neon has ever said about Kai Sinat's mom, I promise you have paled to things that Gucci Mane have said about his ops.
Pretty sure you interviewed Diddy, the diddler, and you talking about you gonna kick out Neon. Bro was behind a computer screen just fucking saying bullshit, bro. Lock in.
Interview Chief Keef. Cut it out, man. All right? Like, the virtue signaling has to stop. What he did is terrible. It's horrible. But to say that this will somehow disqualify him from being interviewed by you guys, cut it out, man.
We were really assholes.
Please.
We wouldn't have had you up here. And as soon as I heard about the Kai Cenat thing, we'd have told you get gone. I mean, you know, disrespecting somebody's mom and then saying about.
He didn't say it though. You just said it. You brought it up, bro. As soon as I heard about it, the people that you're with already know about it. What are you even talking about? They already knew. You the only one that didn't know. You the only one that didn't do no research, nigga.
Harriet Tubman. If we were really being assholes and really trying to belittle you, you'd have told you.
I understand that, man. I just feel like at the end of the day, you can't hold something against someone if they're changing and becoming a better person. And,
But
and
how
understanding.
do we know you're changing, and how
Well,
do you
you know, you
expect
don't- none
people
of-
to really believe you when you build?
It was 3 years ago. You guys haven't even looked into anything about Neon. Yeah, how are you supposed to know? You guys didn't look into the person that you're fucking interviewing. What are you talking about? You're acting like bro did that shit yesterday and he said I've changed since yesterday. No, nigga, that shit was 3 years ago. Do some research. Look the nigga up. If you really want to like figure some shit out, that shit like what the fuck? That was dumb as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, that was stupid.
Your whole
I understand it.
platform on being a liar.
Of course, and no one has to believe me. And at the end of the day, if you don't want to believe me, you don't have to believe me. But if you actually sit down and watch my streams and understand the growth, then you see it. And if you don't, it's you. It's like at the end of the day, I'm not here to prove anything to people. I can do it the best I can. People could judge me. I don't care.
I respect growth. People always evolve.
But and if no one wants
who
to,
I was at 21 is not who I am right now, and that's the same with you. I respect.
I respect growth. I already told you that already. I respect growth.
But there's no reason there's no reason for coming for someone for something that they apologized for 5 times, and it was not the person who I am now, and it was years ago. Like just coming for the same thing just doesn't.
People gonna ask you about it.
No, 100%. But like bring it up like 6 times. Like come on.
The Kai question got asked 43 seconds into the interview. We're now about 16 minutes into the interview, and they still haven't asked Neon anything positive. Now they continue to ask Neon about a story. I believe he told him Bradley Martin or somebody. And this story, he pretty much told a story about how his dad had like a cell phone business or a cell phone shop or a phone company, and he hired a lot of black people. And some of the black employees pretty much effed the dad over and robbed him.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you, what is your least favorite race?
I don't have one.
Be honest.
I don't have one.
Okay, so why was that a question that you decided to ask somebody?
You talked about somebody, an assistant or something? What was it, assistant that worked for his dad?
Yeah.
And then she was
that
lazy?
He fired, he said his dad fired one of his black employees because she was lazy. And then she came back after she was fired and had her boyfriend rob the store.
I remember that.
Is that a true story?
Yeah, I swear it is. So my dad's deep into like the phone business. He was back then. And then we got robbed so many times. And then we just, he just fully stopped the business. But yeah, that was the actual real situation.
You were only robbed by black people?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
So you don't have a least favorite race?
No.
Okay.
You know why they asking you that like that? Because the video gave that black people were your least favorite race.
He knows why.
What the video say?
Oh, I can play it. I got it.
Damn.
He had asked.
They got all the bullshit on him. I wonder when that was from though. That is a crazy question to ask though. Yeah, as Neon too though. All that shit out there where you saying some like kind of racist shit, you probably shouldn't have went on a black, interview stage. You know what I'm saying? All black interviewers on your ass. And they just gonna like get on you about everything you said about black people, bro. I'm sure you probably said some bad shit about white people too. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's like they gonna bring up everything.
I said it was somebody that he was streaming with, and he was like, "What's your least favorite race?" And the guy was like, "I don't have one."
What's your worst experience with a race?
Wait, who's that streaming with?
Yeah,
This is a clip. I don't know who you're streaming with.
I have a really bad story, but what's your story? Some black guy tased my dad and robbed him for $50,000.
That was the first one.
I swear to God. And then another black guy. Like in what situation? I don't mean to be racist. And another black guy. My dad fired her. She's they're fucking lazy and just stupid.
Second.
So basically,
Did he say there or she was just lazy and stupid? Let me lock in.
I swear to God. And then another black guy. Like in what situation? I don't mean to be racist. And another black guy. My dad fired her. She's they're fucking lazy and just stupid.
Second.
So
Oh my God, that's brutal.
Late from work, he fired her, and then She came with her boyfriend and robbed the entire place. His cell phone store, I swear to God.
You're not capping.
Wallahi.
So you're just like, now you just make assumptions as...
Yeah, then like every time my mom sees a black guy, she locks the door. No, it's just bad. It's bad experience.
Bad trolls.
So you said a black guy fired. You said my dad. You said a black guy, but you said my dad fired her.
He was a black
What
woman.
about misgendering? He was probably
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to figure out how many people did he insult in that one thing.
It was two different people. Or three, because you said it was the black person. There was the first one. Then there was the second one, the person that worked for your dad. That was a woman. She was lazy. And then her boyfriend came and robbed the jewelry store.
Yeah.
Or something. Your dad owns a jewelry store.
They not even listening, bro. They want to attack this nigga so bad. They not even listening to shit that's coming out his mouth, bro. Come on.
So black people are your
No,
least
no,
favorite race?
no, cell phone store.
Cell phone store.
Yeah.
Okay.
So black people are your least favorite race?
No.
Were they ever?
No.
Okay.
I love everyone. I'm all about the people. I love
How old were you in that video?
Like 18?
18 probably.
Damn, 2 years ago.
Yeah. I don't think y'all don't understand. Like this last 2 years, it's been like it feels like so much longer. Like before then, I didn't like go deal with anything. I didn't go through anything at all. But this last 2 years, like it just like feels like
Your
forever.
life was nice for you not to have to go through.
I'm blessed. You know.
I don't know if it matters in the grand scheme of things, but I did check the date. He was 17 at the time of that particular interview with Bradley Martin. I don't know if it matters. I just checked. But what I would say is the line of question itself, if you put it in an isolated vacuum, is not really that terrible. But it's the badgering. They asked the Kai question at the 43-second mark. We're 20 minutes in, and they're still asking him about, like, racist, I guess, like, history or his racist past or things he said that could be perceived as racist. It's as if they came in with an agenda. Okay. Yo, the kid is telling you, hey, listen, man, I said a lot of terrible things on the internet when I was a literal child. I've changed. I moved on. The last 2 years have been about my growth and evolution. Ask me about my growth. Are their questions just terrible or out of line? No. If you said it, if you put it out there, you should be able to stand in the fire and take questions for it. But to make a 50-minute interview entirely about whether or not this kid is racist is kind of like what are we doing here, bro?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yo, they even try to hold this kid responsible for what his chat was commenting. First off, boomers, why are you guys conducting an interview while reading his Twitch chat? Because they allowed like the Twitch streamers to also like stream it as well. Y'all are conducting an interview while reading the Twitch chat and then try to press him for what thousands of fans are saying. How is it his fault what they're typing?
That you're telling your chat to chill. I don't give a what they're saying about me. You have 2 black people working for you, 2 employees, and they are spewing the monkey, the this, the that, all the racist comments. And you got 2, like you got a black man protecting your little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your cameraman, black.
Yeah.
You feel me? They ain't got to know me. I don't give a f.
Yeah.
But these people are obviously close to you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You gotta love them.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't need, you know what I'm saying? You can't do this shit by yourself. You have to have a team.
And his team is black. And you're still badgering him. His team is black. He hired 2 black people that are probably the closest people to him. And y'all still on his sack. He obviously, if he hated black people so much, he wouldn't have hired a black cameraman. No one even sees the motherfucker. I didn't even know bro his cameraman was black. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
Team's black. A lot of them.
I think my entire team's black.
You know what I mean?
Publicist.
So it's like,
shout out to Brandy.
Right. So you know you might want to.
Yeah, you got to tell them. But I mean, you can't control that.
I told him to chill 3.
You can't control that.
He can't. But if they love him and they're following him, and it's like he got to still be the representation.
Well, of course you can tell him to chill, but at the end of the day, it's the internet. Like the internet can say, like just like when I was at home, I could say whatever I want. Like there's no like stopping what a live chat says. Like if this was streamed.
I agree.
Like there's literally nothing.
That's why when you catch
never
one
said
of them,
stop him. Just
somebody said
never said stop him. He just told them to chill 3 times. What is he supposed to do? Delete his Twitch? Delete his shit? You want him to log off? You want him to stop streaming? He could stop streaming. Stop streaming then. Okay, I will cut the stream. That's what you should have said. You'd be like, oh, you right. Yeah, they tweaking. I'm gonna cut the stream. Boom. Stream cut. You feel me? Like, okay, now what? And as soon as I dip, I'm turning back on my stream. Like, they was tweaking in there, man. They was on my sack. Not gonna lie.
Okay, I was gonna say, what crack a dumb as I'm telling you.
The watermelon emoji.
All right, wait, we can't.
Adin Ross was watching, and this is when he had enough. So he began to comment. Now, these people, they're literally on their phones reading Neon's chat while conducting the interview. So they seen like Adin Ross in the chat cussing their behinds out. Because at this point, you badgering, bruh. You brought up like the racist stuff a couple of times, the Kai stuff a couple of times. Then you bring up this kid's chat as if he could control what 32,000 people on the internet is saying in his chat. So Adin Ross finally went off. And then that created a combative situation with Just Hilarious and everybody at the Breakfast Club and Adin Ross.
One of the biggest.
Wait, let's get into the chat, because Adin Ross, there's a comment pinned in here. He just commented and said, Neon, I promise you they trying to belittle you and disrespect you. You shitting on all of them. They are weird as fuck.
Talking about who?
In here. The chat is live in the Breakfast Club.
He's shitting on them.
Anyway,
go
ahead.
That's what Adin
Well,
Ross.
this is not Adin Ross's interview, so fuck him too.
Wait, hold on. We're all friends, okay? You know, I think
The comment is pinned in the chat.
I think-
I'm in the chat with the W.
You feel like we trying to be little?
Not. All he gotta do is like, oh, I got moderators, duh. Oh, and yeah, he's on Kick, so that's why Adin would probably be watching his shit. But yeah, all he has to say is, bro, I have moderators, and I'm sure they don't appreciate how you guys are treating me here. Like, you feel me? That just is what it is.
I think as we should all come together and I'll just spread.
Fuck that kumbaya shit.
No, wait, all right, come on, that's my guy.
I don't give a fuck. Listen, Harriet Tubman, my aunt, nigga. You think I give a fuck? I don't give a fuck.
You're comparing something now to like.
I'm not gonna lie, your chat is wild racist.
Yo, they right there. They like,
fuck
they
this
bring
black
bait.
dick, monkey, watermelon, emoji.
I'm literally looking and I don't see any of that.
What? It says they race baiting. It says fuck short hair monkey. They race baiting. Fuck.
It's moving too fast. Yeah, whoa.
Fuckers was here, they wouldn't say it at all. That's another thing about streaming and just being.
Yeah, somebody probably sending them screenshots and shit. Like his shit just zooming. Like, come on, bruh.
You also have to understand this isn't this is the internet. This is not just my chat, my community, right? This is the internet. The internet, just like me back then, would say whatever they want.
Yeah.
So this isn't like a representation of me, obviously.
But it's funny though, because the reality is, I know this is a bunch of kids in here who don't know no better. But if we were really assholes, we wouldn't have had you up here. And as soon as I heard about the Kai Cenat thing, we'd have told you get the fuck out. I mean, disrespecting somebody's mom and then saying that shit about Harriet Tubman. If we were really being assholes or really trying to belittle you, we would have told you.
I understand that, man. I just feel like at the end of the day, you can't hold.
Like, now we're having a fucking dick measuring contest. Like, bro, let nigga live. What the helly? I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, this is weird, bro. This is weird. Like, the way y'all acting towards, bro. Like, yes, he said some crazy shit when he was 17, 18, bro. Now the nigga's 20, and he's been rich and famous. He's been around. He just said damn near everybody he has working with him are black people. Like, he doesn't have nothing against black people. And the people that are working for him obviously don't feel like he has things against black people or they wouldn't be working with him. But y'all just can't get past that fact. Y'all can't even get past, the first line of questioning. Do y'all not have any more questions for bro?
Against someone if they're changing and becoming a better person and understanding.
How do you know you're changing and how?
Well, you don't. None
to really believe you when you build your whole.
I understand it.
On being a liar.
Of course, and no one has to believe me. And at the end of the day, if you don't want to believe me, you don't have to believe me. But if you actually sit down and watch my streams and understand the growth, then you see it. And if you don't, it's fuck. It's like at the end of the day, I'm not here to prove anything to people. I can do it the best I can. People could judge me. I don't care.
Because of what went on during the interview, like they essentially turned what I believe could have been a positive interview, kind of like a crossover. The streaming world is going into mainstream.
Oh my God. Exposing Breakfast Club, a thread of scandals / allegations of DJ Envy, Just Hilarious, and Charlemagne. Yo, they should have went easy on bro, cause like when you spread yourself into the internet space, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course they're always on the internet, but they're not like, like streamers and shit like that. Like, people that watch the Breakfast Club aren't people that are fucking, what do they call them? Reddit mods. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas on the internet, they'll really start digging into your shit, bro. They'll really start finding some crazy shit on you. And They about to get the brunt of that right now.
Yo, they've made the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club is really transcending all their competitors. They're bringing on streamers now. It could have been positive, but instead, we now have Neon and Adin Ross fans doing things like this, where now they're trying to expose the Breakfast Club and their allegations because they attempted to expose Neon.
Hell no.
All right, you know, and they brought up these allegations here by Charlamagne the God, where apparently there's an article about a woman who alleged that Charlamagne the God raped her.
Oof. Ooh.
She was 15. You know, and they brought up DJ Envy scamming. They brought up Jess Hilarious, you know, and all the insensitive things that she has done, like make fun of Chadwick Boseman when he had cancer and he passed away shortly after. Her going on Instagram and bragging about how she got 4 Muslims kicked off a plane. So we all have done terrible things in our past, right? But we grow and we learn, and we got to do better, man, at just allowing each other to grow. But I feel like when we conduct the interview or when we invite somebody to our space, it has to be in good faith. You have to know about this person, care about this person, you know, care to learn this person. But if your entire research team stops at all the horrible things they've done and you don't know nothing else, then you probably ain't do your research.
I don't know, man. I really think that they're tweaking, but y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that other shit. I love y'all. Peace.